Hello, everyone, and welcome to the series of Hall of Fame. Today, I have another inspiring woman with us, Sreeja. Sreeja is from Bangalore. She works as a manager in Accenture, lives in Bangalore with her son and her husband. Sreeja is from Kerala, and she has been to all over India before she decided to come and settle here in Bangalore. So we are very, very happy to have you in Bangalore, Sreeja. Well, such kind of inspiring women should be around.
Yeah, definitely says about you, Roma. Yeah, it has definitely been great to know that you are there in Bangalore. So thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. Yeah, I have been in Bangalore for quite some time now. I think I have spent the most amount of my time here. More than half my life has been in
Of
Bangalore.
your life. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So, welcome to the Hall of Fame, Shrija.
Thank
And a big, big, big congratulations. It's an
thank you.
amazing achievement.
Yeah.
Today, we are here to learn all about your journey and takeaways that people can have how to improve their health and fitness in this journey. So, Shrija wanted you to start with helping us understand what goals and challenges did you have when you first started with Navitai? When did you start with Navitai?
So I started with Navatai towards the end of October last year. So it's been a good one. Like, how did I finally reach to Navita is a good one for me, which is kind of, I would say, the power of manifestation without even knowing that it was a manifestation, right? So I have been struggling with a lot of health issues over quite a long duration of time. Get one, fix one, go to the next one. So, but then something which has stayed with me has been that I am a hypothyroid patient since a pretty long time. Even before my kid was born, I was hypothyroid. I have been a typical textbook case of hypothyroid, having all the symptoms. It was very severe too in between. And Womenly issues has been with me since very, very long time. Either I don't get on time, or once I get it, it goes on for months. And heavy bleeding has been a part of it. It's been really terrible to go through with it. And that has been you take some medications, and you know how what comes to your body. Once you have those hormonal medications, it's not doing anything to help you come out of it, but it is like temporary. Once it became so bad that I have to go and get an injection done immediately because I couldn't take it anymore. So it had gone to that level, and uterus was having problem. One this thing was like, okay, it's going to a level where my doctor said that you may have to get rid of it, if it doesn't stop now, right? We have been doing it multiple times now, but if you don't do now, then we may have to do it. So I'll say it was my last birthday. My next birthday is coming up next month. So 1 year back, on my birthday, it was my I had lost my mother-in-law last year, a year back. And so that year we were not celebrating anything, so my parents knew. They came down. It was a happy day. Everyone had remembered my birthday, my friends, colleagues, cakes coming in from all places, people all of a sudden unexpectedly coming in. But the issue was I was finding it very difficult to stand straight. My parents didn't know that it was really bad at that point of time. Only my husband knew, and he was like, okay, let's you rest for some time, sit down, go get to the room. I didn't want to tell them. A few days after that, I had to go with my parents. I told them after my birthday, okay, I have to go and get a DNC done. But then we were thinking we'll just come back, but that didn't happen. I had to stay because my hemoglobin levels were like extremely low. They had to give me the blood deprivation so that I don't have develop any issues with it, any allergic reactions to it. So that was something unplanned, and my son got very terrified with it. So he had seen me multiple times not being well and being on bed and things like that. But staying away because she's hospitalized was something very new for him. Usually he gets a chance to be around, but this time it was not happening, and he was also very scared. So he came back. So that night I saw the strength of my mother. My husband couldn't speak to me, my father wasn't able to speak to me in the hospital, but my mother sat the whole night with me until the blood was getting into the body. And she was just smiling and trying to talk to me. And it was a big blow to my mind, I mean, to my heart, seeing her that way, trying to be very strong and just making sure, her kid is all right. I'm the firstborn, so she's all right. And I was like, okay, I'm making her go through a lot. Come back home. My After a few days, my parents go away. Then my son comes and asks, Amma, will you be all right? No, it's okay how many days it takes, but just tell me you're going to be all right.
Oh my God.
I was like, okay, this is not right. This is not something. Either you go to the other side or you be healthy, right? You cannot be living like this because it has been happening since so many years. And I knew there had to be a change which has to be done. Only medications couldn't help. So I have my very close friend who's like an elder sister to me. She does homeo and acupuncture. She was giving me treatment. She said, I'll help you out of this, but if it has to sustain, um, things have to change. And I didn't have the energy to do it. You have to change your food habits, or you have to bring in some kind of an exercise movement into your body. Only then, along with that, with this medication, it will do wonders to you. So I have looked around everything online, and I have seen apps. I know the way I work. I cannot work with apps. I'll pay money. It doesn't matter to me how much I have paid. After 2 days, I have no motivation to do it on my own because my energy levels are very, very low. I have seen the rock bottom where how much ever positive you are, once you hit that bottom of your health, all your positivity, every damn good thing about you just goes out of the window, right? It's just thrown away. And it was very difficult for me to even accept myself that way, because I'm not normally like that. It is very difficult to think positively for a moment. But for some reason I was just holding on. As soon as I look at my husband had just lost his mother, so it was more tougher. And his only kid, so it was more tougher for him, seeing me also in the same condition, that okay, what is going to happen next. Um, so it was just going on, and I one day I sat sitting opposite to my husband. I just said, I need help. So my husband said, what is it that you're looking for? I said, I don't know, but I know I cannot do it on my own. I'm 100% sure I need someone behind me telling me, Shrija, did you do this? Did you do that? At least for a few months, so that I'm capable of coming out of this first. After that, I know I'll do it, but I want to get to that positive frame of mind, and see that improvement happening in me. uh, as I was, I am very used to all the music streaming apps. Either I'll be on Spotify or YouTube if I'm on any free time. So that's where you suddenly, आप प्रकट हो गए, Okay. What you said sounded very interesting to me. Then I immediately joined your masterclass, and once I heard you, whatever you spoke resonated with me very well. There are a few things which you don't usually hear from people, and that can only come from a person who knows it very well. And I spoke to my husband. I said, I liked her. I think this is going to work. He said, anything. If you think positive, it will be good. Go ahead. So I joined. It was in October. So in the silver modules, we hadn't had that 21-day challenge at that point of time. I think I joined after that. So it happened in November, and that's when actually the fun began. Right. So with Kausar and Dimple, they are the first ones whom I thank from the Navatai community every time. They were the ones who really brought me into it, and Kausar will really stand behind you. Really hit you. It's like she's next to you. She's going to give you. It's very very sweetly that it was done, and I started reducing. That year, I think Jan, I went back. This Jan, I went to meet my gynec, with my latest scan reports, everything. So my friend told, I think it should be all good because medicine is going to definitely work. It was a 3-month course, so that will work. And you have reduced your weight, you look better than what you used to, because I used to look like too fatigued and very weak. It's not the amount of fat you have around in your body, it's how sluggishly you walk, right?
Mm.
Very slowly moving around. You know the pain. You just keep panting. You keep 2 steps. You keep panting. So she saw me after 3 months. She said, "I think it's going to be good, but then just take it. And if she says she wants to do one more DNC, just agree to it. Let's see what she tells, right?" Because to it, the scan came out very good. The doctor was extremely pleased, and she was like, what are you doing? So I spoke about you, I spoke about your program, I spoke about the other things, the other medications I was taking. She said, whatever it is, just hold on to it, don't leave it. Okay, just do the
Wow.
same thing. And then if you ever find anything, any issues, then come back. But I think if you keep doing what you're doing, it shouldn't be impacting you. So to tell you in short, Ruma, my period started at the age of 11. And you know I was very irritated with it. I didn't know what to do. It was like a very young age. And I prayed, oh God, I don't want it again. And God listened. I never got my periods on time. It may get, come after 2 3 months.
Wow.
So it's like, and it comes, and it's been happening since my childhood. I have never got less than 30 days period. Since past 3 months, after I have hit this Hall of Fame, reducing the 10 kgs, I was 83.1 when I joined, came to 73. Um, I have had a 28-day period cycle. 28, 27. Last month was 26 actually. I'm hoping it shouldn't be 25 this month. But it has never ever happened. My severe flow. I mean, I have been used to very severe flow from the very beginning. It was very tough to go to school also actually. It was extremely severe, and you have those solid particles coming, which is very frustrating. So the quantity of blood that I'm losing has reduced.
Wow.
Though I have it for 7 days, but now it is much lighter, right? And like you said, I keep moving around. I'm not exercising since the past 3 months, since because of all the things that have taken over. I haven't been able to, but I haven't gained. I have not gone. I have not, I'm still in that 10 kg weight loss. I haven't gained it back. But this is what has happened. And it has been a miracle. I have to tell you this. It has been a miracle. My mother is so happy about it,
Wow.
um, because she has not seen me like, because always for us it's like, going to the temple and all, you should not go at that point of time. And for me, it was always a big question mark, because no one knows
Bingo. Huh.
when is it going to come.
Well, yes, yes.
It could happen, it may not happen, it may not happen for months together. Then suddenly it may start off and it may be a problem. And
You never
many
given
a times
plan.
I have to go back and have, yes. And you have to have medications. It's again hormone tablets. You take it, then again you just, becoming more and more and more healthier and healthier and healthier, right? So that's how it goes. Now that is a term everyone uses actually. They don't say you're fat, they say you're healthy. So I'm like, oh, okay.
So true.
I was like, that's what they're kind of used to now. But this has never happened before. And
Mm.
from a very young age to date, this is the first time it has happened, Ruban. It has only happened after joining the program.
Wow.
And I didn't have to do too many things. The major thing I have made a change is that the food habit has
Mhm.
been changed. It's not that I'm not indulging in between, I do. Right. And specifically, I have an issue if I eat food from outside. Now, my body is very sensitive. Even if the food is a little bit not good, I'll immediately have stomach issues.
Mm.
Um, Body rejects it immediately.
Mm.
But you can see the difference when I'm having home food and when I'm having outside food. I can feel the difference. The energy levels varies a lot, Roman. It is much visible because I have this thyroid problem, so I know what is energy when it is up, when it is down. It really matters, and I can gauge it very well. So not gaining, it's only because of not ensuring that that diet is being followed. Because it's a good diet. After you eat it, you feel good.
Yes.
You feel that okay, everything, you don't feel heavy. And I eat only 3 times a day. It's a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm not used to having teas or anything. And if I feel hungry in between, I may have some dry fruits.
Mm.
Other than, or maybe a fruit. But otherwise, no, I don't. And mostly I'll have of my dinner by 7 or before 8. Most of the days I'll have it. And if you have it at that time, actually, you don't feel hungry beyond that. But if I have it 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, it'll be like really hungry.
Someday.
It is so true. I can even have it 5:30 in the evening, and I'm not hungry. I'll be sitting and working till 10:30. I have no issues. I don't feel hungry.
Wow.
But do the same thing after 9, the body behaves entirely differently. It is very difficult, and the craving level increases a lot actually. I've observed that. So and after sitting sometime, I make sure I walk a bit. Earlier I was continuously sitting. I'll make sure that bit of movement is always there. So these are few things which has kept me in, with that weight loss till now. Right, I'm just waiting for this August to end so that I can start the others, because without sleep I really can't. I don't have the energy to exercise. It brings me down very badly. So I was like, okay, fine. Let me just do small, small things. Some days I walk 2K steps in the morning. I'm happy with it. Okay, I'm done. But it's like you don't live it at any point of time.
Yes,
There is a constant, since there is a backup of the community all the time, it just happens. It's natural, right? So we have, like you said, if a woman to find another ideal woman is very different. It's very difficult. Not what you see in the ads, right? So you need to have someone who's alive, who's living a life like yours, and saying that it is possible, right?
absolutely, Sreeja.
And you have such gems in the community. It feels so good that, one day you feel low, you just have to, and that day someone will send Roma. Someone will send. It has happened so many times. Someone will send that I did this, I achieved this, or this happened, or that happened. And people do observe. People do observe, right? You have reduced your weight. You look different. So those things are like default. That comes along with it. It feels good. It feels good that you can go to a smaller section in the what do you say, in the shop to get
Clothing,
something for
yeah,
yourself,
yeah. That's happening to
right?
you now, Sreeja.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It has happened. I think I have lost 3 inches.
Wow.
It has, and I think I have got my neck back. I didn't tell you.
I heard that say you say that before also.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I see my prior photos and now, right? So I feel okay. I have got neck now. I was buying an earring today, and I said to my husband, I think it is very big. But when I bought it, it wasn't. I said, oh, I have got longer neck. I should have bought a little bit longer one.
Wow,
So, so
that's
that
amazing.
happens.
So
So
people are
such kind
also
of.
noticing, Shrija. People are
Yeah,
also
people
noticing.
people are people notice that. But
Uh-huh.
I thought, okay, the thing is, I haven't reduced since the past few months after attaining 10. But people, when they see me, they say they have reduced. You have reduced, but I know my weighing scale is not showing that I have reduced. Right? I can feel that it has not happened. But the major changes has been that one is the food habit has been changed completely. One day, if it goes bad, also your body is going to give you royally. It happens. So within 2 days, you will be back on track. You cannot go more than that. You have to break that cycle. So when work was a lot, I was ordering from Swiggy, I was buying and having. But after 2 3 days, at least one day, I need to give that break. I have to cook at home and
Hmm.
break that cycle. Only then I feel okay. I feel the body is cleansing.
Yes, yes,
It feels, it makes it lighter. You can feel the heaviness, though the weight may not increase sometimes,
absolutely.
but the heaviness comes up and the sluggishness comes up in the body, and that is very visible. So those are the small small things. So like you said, it's not a I joined definitely for a weight loss. That was definitely the thought process when I joined the program. But there are other things which has happened, I'll tell you that. Gratitude journaling is part of my life now. There are days when I feel extremely low, very very low. It happened very recently also. I think I cried for 2 days. Whenever I was alone, I was just crying. I don't know why. It was just something had come up, and it was just bringing out all the bad memories which I thought wasn't there anymore. And every time I was sitting alone, eyes were just watering. It just went on happening, and the second day I just sat, I just took my book and started writing. I'm thankful for this, thankful for that. 30 minutes, and I don't know why I was crying. you know it just takes that away from you so very quickly. Um, it may sound like a cliche to people who have not done it before, but it is a very, very powerful process. That's what I felt. 2 days of crying goes away in 30 minutes,
Wow.
and you suddenly feel very happy and feel so grateful and thankful. So you write about every small thing, every small person that has made that change in your life, or who's there for you, right? It makes you feel very rich. It makes you feel, right, okay, it doesn't matter, all these things happened in the past, who cares now? Whom do you have with you? That matters. In the past 1 year, I have had so many new people in my life, and very positive people in my life, especially women. And Navita community is the biggest one in it. You know, I felt very good, and I feel very privileged about it, that you have that community to look after. Vision boarding, another thing which I felt is very powerful, and I kind of realized very recently why it was coming, because it kind of puts your focus into doing it. So one which I said the course is getting over, that is part of my vision board. And I already started on my the major goal that I have in my life.
You're a
Last
lifelong learner, Shrija.
yeah, I mean, I really wanted to do it. I think I mentioned when we did our one-on-one session. I think Navita is a place which taught me the importance of a community. I don't like anything solo now. I'm not doing any solo certification. I won't do. I have paid so many thousands of dollars over, not dollars, of rupees over the years that, has just gone down the drain and nothing has come out of it. But the moment there is a group you can work with them and understand, and it should be like-minded people who are equally motivating and being with each other. That makes a huge, huge difference, right? And it's very important that you tap into it. You have made the program very beautiful. It is, I would say, very, very women oriented. The way you think, a woman thinks, where we falter, all right, that comes up very well. So recently, I think I have not been able to attend most of the Monday, Wednesday classes because of my time schedule with my regular work. Last one I attended, and I think it was very important that I attended that because you mentioned why affirmations don't work. It's because of a belief which is holding you back. There was one part of it which was not working. I was like, okay, why is it not working? And I was like, okay, it will work after some days. That was my thought process. It's okay, it didn't work now. After a few days, it will start working. But when you said that, okay, no, maybe there is a limiting belief that is withholding that from you. There is a conflict happening. Like, okay, then it was very important that I attended that class. I got the answer. So it just keeps happening. Then you keep on adding things. There's everything available who wants to do it on their own. But I would definitely recommend people, please use that community and be in touch. It's very important, right? So they say the journey is not as cool or the destination is not as cool, but it's the people with whom you are with, which makes the whole difference, right? So for me, I think I have the perfect companions, right? With the Navitine community as or as my co-passengers and you being in the driver's seat, I think I have already settled myself for my health journey.
Wow.
I'm concerned that okay, I have to lose 20 more kgs, not 20, a little bit more than 20 kgs actually, but I know I'll reach there. And as a person who had zero self-love, and I have slowly started to love myself. And um, last year I made a promise to myself on my birthday. So you asked everyone in the Wednesday's call, what does the retreat mean to you? Right? What the retreat means to me, it is happening 2 days before my birthday. Right? The what retreat means to me is the first time ever in my life I have you know been there for myself. I've kept a promise I have done to myself. I had told, next birthday I'll be in a better shape, I will be in better health. And it was done with too much of intention because it had reached a point where I couldn't take it anymore. You have so much happiness around you, and you cannot stand up, or you cannot be fully present there because it's just pulling you down, and still you're smiling and being with everyone, but you know that it is going to you are going to fall. And at the moment I had overthought so much. End of the evening, my son wanted to go for a dinner, and my husband was like, "You're very tired, let us just not do." I was saying, what if I can't do it next year?
My
Then my kid
God.
will always think that, right? My kid will always think that. I said, no, no, let's go, we'll go. I have never told this at any point of time, but I had that thought, and that's the moment I decided, no, I should be in better health by next year. um, and I have never kept promises to myself, and this is the first time ever I have done it. And it's a celebration of that, and you just held it just before my birthday. I'm like so happy about it. you know and I have so many people in my life, Ruma. So many people I didn't have before, and it has all come after Navita had come in. So I'm very, very deeply, 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 I have thankful to you about it, and the entire community too. It's been, I have known from you what it is to follow your passion, right? And very honestly, and that's where I get a push that okay, I should follow my passion, right? So when you follow your passion, what you bring out is something totally different. There's no, I feel there is no dearth of ideas. It's okay, someone tries to steal your idea. You'll have one more idea coming up, because they can't think about it, you can bring it. So it's
Absolutely, Shrija.
right. So that's something which I see you as an idol in that case, right?
Thank you so much.
Follow your passion, do your best, and be very, very forgiving to yourself. And I saw some, at this a clipping somewhere where they say, what is it is to show up daily? It doesn't mean you're doing all 10 by 10 on a daily basis, but you are having the intention and doing at least one or two on a daily basis. It means you have showed up. It means there is progress, that you're not giving up on yourself, and take it forward. And that's the best way to do it. And as you do it, have the gratitude in your mind, right? It The power of gratitude is something I have really learned very from Navita. That putting that something down in a journal, saying a thank you. Oh my God, it is so powerful.
It is very powerful. And Shrija, your journey is so powerful as well. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
sharing
Roma.
your inspiring journey with everyone. I wish to congratulate you once more,
Thank
welcome
you.
you to Hall of Fame. But before I leave you, Shrija, just, if you can share one message that you have, you have a lot of things that you have overcome. But if there was one message that you wanted to share with the people who are listening to you, what would that be?
Um, you should always remember, you as a person is unique. Be very, selfless, caring, giving. And I tell you, the moment you don't care for yourself, you just think that, okay, it's fine. I'm doing a great thing by sacrificing everything. Guys, you reach a point where all your goodness goes down the drain, right? You may not be able to. Maybe it doesn't happen to everyone, but it happens that point, right? You are no longer yourself. You just lose it. So don't reach till there. Do small small things for yourself, right? And it is good, because the moment you are happy and you radiate that happiness, everyone around you is happy. Women are very, very important in a household, right? Teach it to your daughters too, right? They are going to be the center of the family. That is the importance of a woman in a house. So if you're radiating that happiness and that health from within, it is going to show up on them a lot. There are small small things. Your small small happiness matters. Make sure that you take that time for it, right? Doing self-sacrifice is not a big thing. You're actually doing a grave mistake for yourself and your family. You are required, right? Just do it when you can. Don't wait until it becomes bad. Guys, it looks really horrible on that side. Don't ever
Point of
think of going there.
experience.
Oh
Absolutely,
yes,
Shrija. That
don't
was
go there.
such a wonderful message about self-love and to doing small thing and show up every day. Thank you so much, Shrija. This was such an
Thank you.
it was so inspiring talking to you, learning from your experience. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Congratulations once again and welcome to Hall of
Thank you.
Fame. So, audience, if you want to have the same results like Shrija, I will encourage you to do one thing. We do it in our community. Shrija has been talking about the community quite a bit. We do it in our community, gives amazing results. Whatever is your takeaway from Srija's journey, write it in the comment below, and you will realize that those things will start happening for you as well. It's a great way of internalizing the takeaways of a session. So with that, thank you so much, and we will be back with more inspiring stories to you. Thank you, and take care, Srija. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.